Hi guys, Rowan Blanchard here on Shine On Media. Be sure to tune into Invisible Sister on Friday, October 9th at 8 p.m. Mwah. My favorite part about playing Cleo, I think, is probably getting to be in her head and seeing what it's like to be that introverted and seeing what it's like to be that insecure. And now I feel like I have a better understanding of what it's like to be that insecure. So that was cool.
So how would you describe your character in this movie?
He's just, he's loving. He's very loving, you know? He's very protective over Molly.
He's a science prodigy, kind of. He's got a scholarship, and that's what he shares with Cleo as well. So he's trying to make that connection with her, but she always thinks, you know, he's the captain of the soccer team, and, you know, he's never gonna like me. So it's like, it's that bridge of misunderstanding that they never actually cross.
George is this quirky, upbeat, flirtatious dude who's like a science enthusiast, and he's Cleo's sidekick, which is awesome. And, you know, he follows the girls along with their crazy journey, and he's a really cool dude that I think the fans are gonna fall in love with.
Favorite scene, I think, probably in the whole movie would probably be the one on the trolley in the very end. That's one of my favorites. First of all, it was one of my favorites to film because we filmed on an actual trolley, and then it was just, I think it was a really nice scene. Paris and I were really connected, and it felt really nice, yeah.
I'd have to be right with the part where we're getting froyo.
It's at the end of the movie, we're working the machine to build the antidote, and it's very high stakes, and it's very stressful, and you can feel it, like just being in the room. So it's been a lot of fun to shoot.
My favorite scene is when we're trying to make the anecdote for Molly's invisibility, and it's all over the place. We got crazy machinery running up across this barn, and it's all over the place. It's awesome.
What was the most challenging thing about doing the invisible scenes?
I think it was more challenging for the people in the scene because I would be next to the camera, and for them it's like they have to be standing there kind of just like wandering their eyes around. So I think that was the most difficult part because they couldn't look directly at me, but they had to be kind of in the general vicinity of where I was.
It was challenging, I think, in the very beginning because there would be specific things where, like, I don't know, she would have to pass me something and they would have to bring in like a green screen stick arm to pass that to me. So it got confusing, but I mean, as we started doing it more and more, it became routine.
You could go back in any moment in your life and be invisible, what moment it would be?
My first oral report in English, I did not want to be there. I was completely underprepared. I didn't have flashcards or anything. I just had a slideshow, and I was like just kind of reading off the bullet points, like rather than actually having any personality in it. So I kind of wish I could just, you know, get out of there.
Definitely playing football. That was a running back as like a little tyke. So that would have been pretty cool.
I wouldn't choose a moment because I wouldn't choose a moment because I don't regret a moment that I would want to be invisible for. So I wouldn't be invisible. I've liked my life so far.
Middle school, because like I remember like back in like 6th grade, because now I'm in 11th grade, and I just look back and I just shake my head, and it's just like I always think like, Karn, why'd you think that was cool? Why in the world did you think that was cool? That's really, and I just wish I just went through that entire experience invisible.
No regrets. But if I went in later, I want to be invisible so that I can go into like Buckingham Palace and like buy, and like plane tickets are so expensive, so I could just go on a plane and just like fly to Paris. You see what I'm saying, guys?
You guys should turn into Invisible Sister because it is a very, very, very cute movie with a very, very, very great message. I think I hope that people will walk away with, you know, an understanding of sisterhood and what it means to be sisters, and that being somebody's sister doesn't necessarily mean that you're the same blood. I think part of the learning experience, I think for me and for Cleo in the movie, is that I think there's like this set expectation for women and what we're supposed to look like and how we're supposed to act and how we're gonna get guys or girls or whatever. And so I think that there is, you know, like a part in the movie where I think Cleo comes to an understanding, like you can just be yourself, and like people will have to learn to accept that at some point.
I think it's an amazing film that the whole family can bond over, especially if you have a sibling. I think it's a great way to, like, you know, come together and just bond over it for just a little bit. And I think you'll leave that experience just learning a little bit more about yourself and people around you.
It's just a really good film, and it's funny and it's cute, and It's awesome. Check it out.
We did all of the scenes, even the ones that Paris is completely invisible in. We had her rehearse them with me.
We have a lot of rituals and traditions, and I'm kind of a creature of habit, so there's a lot of things that I do on this show that I've been doing ever since Boy Meets World,